What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We're in finals, and Mr. Tricks on the sticks once again is going to be forced to play against a real tier 1 deck, and it's going to be Meggy going, no, Meggy, probably Gallantmon going for one last ride into Gankoomon, and we are going to be seeing these sisters used for less than nefarious purposes. Like, I wouldn't say that, you know, he's doing good with them, or, you know, things that should be, you know, recommended to the youth. He is still a bad influence on society, but, you know, these sisters are technically, thematically, being used correctly. Speaking of used correctly, the game we grew up with is dead, and it is the delay-based Digimon game. So at some point, he's going to push up and make it level 6. But why use delays to make a level 6 when you can swing in your rookie that is 3k? Why is she 3k? She's massive. What are they feeding them at the monastery? We are unfortunately going to lose Louis and medieval Gallantmon, which, you know what? Crime. Sometimes crime does not pay. Sometimes you end up in the trash as a one-of. And we're going to commit. Is that the 4th delay option that we're finally actually going to promote? Boost to go to 3, and then... Ooh. Protoform into the Growl X. Okay, I kind of like that line. Draw 1, trash 1. Guarantees that we now get the float, and now we get to go training into... Whoa! Into War Growl X. I do not like that as much, but we do get the pop on the Ukomon, so we do gain that back. And obviously, because the Systemon didn't die, Trix wasn't really able to play around that line by, like... As soon as the Systemon Blanc lived, you kind of just go, all right, sod it. I guess I'll keep the Ukomon, but we're just going to swing over that. And then we're going to turn into the Nah, I'd Win. Same guy that was, you know, asking for new deck recommendations. This is, you know, maybe lore and character building. Maybe this is where the budget went. Speaking of the budget, did you know the deck's entire power budget is in that 2-card combo you just saw, where we slam Ganku for however much you feel like, and then turn into Ganku X, who now has reboot and blocker on everything on the board. Also unaffected. Also didn't ask. Also, you should subscribe if you haven't already. Gonna slam the boost to pass turn is what everyone does. Oh yeah, also this thing de-digivolves, because sure, why not? So we're back down to Growl X, which means we have to go back up. I like the 4-drop Growlmon in a lot of lines. Very, very useful. And he could swing. I mean, do we still have reboot and blocker? Well, we hit Protoform, so we'll take the free draw. Ow. Why are you biting me? One memory to play with. And we're thinking about it. So if it's just a boost, yeah, it's just Master to Disciple. I feel like the fact that he's not getting to refresh the protection is something that's kind of annoying. So just the boost instead. Can pick up Medieval here, choosing not to pick up GX or Medieval. Instead going to pick up a Bow Huckmon, because he's going to pretend that evolving matters in this deck. It does kind of, like, we make champions. Savior Huckmon is still dead and buried. But, and you may have noticed that Jesmon is not real either. The best Jesmon is actually medieval Gallantmon. So, up to Growl. We don't get the pop on the... Okay, now we get the pop. As the Gallantmon does get to keep turn, which means we get to 1 into the Gallant X, and we have enough to get the clear, because we get to shrink it down and pop it. Oh no! Are we big enough? We have the X antibody, so we're plus. Yeah. We're plus. Just about big enough. Woo-wee. That was nearly a money moment. SP diff. But we're just gonna start building up in the back. Kind of surprised we actually saw the Growl X committed in the back. I would have thought that you would save that for when you push up. Maybe just got a little bit antsy, or just wanted the extra cycle to try and play for it. But so far, Gallantmon's in a pretty good position. Like, I don't hate this. Yeah, we're gonna push up. Start of main. Pitch 1, draw 1, gain 1. Crazy good card. Not seeing the memory setter. Some may say just the memory setter. Those people are maybe not reading the memory setter that comes with it. Maybe we'll see it in a later game. Because the weird thing about this boss state is it feels so doable. Oh, well, there comes Gallantmon. We have passed the memory over, so we do get to be able to clear it. We're going to have the protoform add back a piece, and then the Gallantmon is going to yoink a memory. He's just trying to figure out what it is that he actually wants to add back, and it's looking like can't add back the Gallantmon because we need the on deletion to give you a bit more to play with. And looks like we're gonna take the Gallantmon back. Okay, I respect that. Annoyingly though, if you make the War Growl here, the War Growl is gonna pop the Huckmon. So we're gonna get 1 cost Evo, pop the Huckmon, do gain the memory back. So I guess it doesn't matter that you don't get to Evo because he is right there. Gonna go Gallantmon, and then do we protoform? No, just gonna take the Evo. Has the Gallantmon in, so we get to swing, and then this is... It's a once per turn, so I don't think we're gonna get the unsuspend here. So we're just gonna go with training. And so we're gonna take the Gallantmon X antibody. Oh, well, we do have Ganku in hand now, so we'll put a Huckmon in the back, crack the boost, and then slam the man. Never mind, we're gonna make Huckmon first. Ooh, and then MTD. And then we slam Ganku. Ganku make Ganku X, Digivolve, back down to the War Growl. And now everything is blocker, reboot, protected, L plus ratio. And do we have an... Well, okay, we do have another Gallantmon in hand. I feel like, I mean, we build up in the back for sure. But the interesting thing about this is the Gallantmon is immune to Digimon effects once it goes over on Blitz. So he does need to find a way to pass the memory over. But obviously, actually, we don't really have access to Blitz because Gallantmons are not playing Takato because our good friend Growlmon X is mega cringe. Who needs Takato when you can just be an X antibody form? We are really, really, really big. Really, really, really big. There we go. Making use of the DP markers, we're +9. So this is a 20k 2 checks body, which would obviously be enough to clear everything. And we're just going to let those go through. And then training into... Oh, yeah, can't gain the memory back because the Bauhack is there. I think he maybe wanted to go Gallant X, then Omni X. And the fun thing is he can still training go into the Omni X, which is going to pass over 4, and then attempt to end the attack, attempt to raid, and then just going to take the block with the other body. So it's a good thing that he chose to... Are we just going to ace? Yeah, we're just gonna let it go through, take the block, and then that is going to be the turn. So pitch 1 puts another Ganku X there, which means, you know, if we were to somehow, you know, if the stepdad was to theoretically shadow clone Jutsu, or we turn into Jessamon GX and decide that Omni X is actually not that guy, we could actually swing... Are we not swinging piercing through him? Or are we? Is he one of those players that brings... It literally doesn't matter. We actually, by not doing it, we're not giving him back proto form, and we can just swing and steal game 1. And once we get shuffled up for game number 2, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. We do have the Mega, Josh, an Ultimate here on YouTube, a Tier 3 on Twitch. Then for our Ultimates, we do have the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks on the left side of your screen, Brad, King of Knights, Sacred Armor, Matthew Bowen, Dire Owlbear, as our Ultimates. And then for our champions, we do have Shinikari, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solar Ouroboros, Andy Fing, Squidito, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, Tomato FGC, Donkey, Kava, Allforce Magna, Kragan Security, Stephen Holdren, Pap, Epsilon Cross. We do have a bunch of rookies as well that we might get to talk about later if we do go to a game 3, or if these guys play some friendlies after, we shall see. But everyone that's rookie above does get a discount at the Misplay tournament this year, so big thanks to all of them. And we do actually see the Matashida memory setter this time. The mat is criminal. So is double training, but I mean, going to pick the Omni X over the Growl X. Oh my goodness gracious me. Triple training. All right, now see why I hate this opener. See why I hate this opener so much. Never mind, we are not going to be doing that just yet. We are going to Garnetto Memory Boost. And then slam the Louis and decline to use the on-play, which makes a lot of sense because you would just be feeding Huckmon into the blender for no reason. Swing in, hit a Shamanmon. That's going to be enough to actually get the kill. It is going to be enough to get the deletions. We got a bit of extra memory to play with. And we're just going to slam the War Growl. Yeah, so I think we're missing the 4s, which is a bit unfortunate. You're down a game, you hate to see it, especially when you commit triple training. Going to gain the stuff off the Louis, and then we get to pitch to gain 1, and then Matt goes sideways to gain 1. So you can see how through the low cost of literally no investment, we go up to 8 memory. And we get to see all these Jesmon sleeves turn into real cards that aren't Jesmon, because he's literally only there in spirit and on the back of the cards, so you can pretend that he's in the deck. But with the Blanc and the Huckmon, I think we're basically one action away from just slamming Gankoomon. Unfortunately, we can't actually clear the War Growl from this thing, which is why you can see Trix is kind of trying to figure this one out. In theory, you could slam Jess GX and just load in order to clear, and it's like incredibly petty. Or you could just slam a different Royal Knight. You know what? As a Royal Knight player, I'm sure he's very used to seeing Oryukan come off the top rope to clear something that you didn't know how to get rid of. We're passing over a lot of memory, and honestly, I'm low-key kind of scared that if he slams the... Yeah, if he slams the Gil X here and no level 4 still. Actually, low-key, he may be... Whoa. The cool boy is dangerous. Low-key, if he just slammed the Gallantmon, he could just crack back on the pop. So we actually have to open pass. I think he really had faith in that, but like the Gallantmon is right there. Like the Gallantmon, that is the warp Gallantmon. So if he just slammed that on board first and then just training, he could have made like a 2-cost Gallantmon that would have popped the Blanc, and then maybe we could try and go from there. Are going to see War Growlmon. So, you know, in the Gilmon deck, War Growlmon Ace going to show up and cause problems. Systemon Blanc in, hits a scramble, which means we get to get back the Growlmon, which is finally going to find a 4. Finally. Shout out to Systemon Blanc living way too many security checks. We're going to boost to 5, which means we're going to Digivolve into Gankoomon. You're not supposed to do that. And you can see it's like, yeah, just like doesn't know what to do from there, because usually Gankoomon is slammed for 7 or 8. And that is just how things go. We're going to pitch draw 2, and then we're going to gain back 1 off the mat. And yeah, we get the 1 choke. But you also, there's no Gankoomon. Isaac, push up. Please, please read your cards. Please push up. Do it. Do it. Do it. Push up. Push up. Push up. You have to play. Push up. No. No, no training. Don't do it. You could make Gallantmon skip the line. Ah, we're trolling. Ah, we're trolling. That said, we do have 3 trainings. I still think this is trolling, but we could have made so much value. We're going to gain some memory back. Yeah, especially if you wanted to still do things. We're clearing bodies, gang. We might be back. We might be so back. We got 2 memory to... I think you scramble here. It costs a little bit more, but you get to scramble. And since you don't get the pop, you get to become huge, massive, colossal even. And then protoform into Gallant X, which means we get to put the minus, and then we get the pop. And then there's the overflow. So, you know, we got to do all of this. And he can still swing. Oh, he drew the nice Gallant X after. But he's going to swing at really, 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 really big for 2 checks. And oh my gosh, is he going to lose this game? He keeps forgetting that things are still on board. So we don't get the War Growl. But we do We can training into Omnimon X antibody. So goodbye, or you can ace. And now you just, you know, a nice cheap pass. Evolve for 2. We have a memory setter, so it doesn't matter. We are going to hit double medieval Gallantmon. And I'm not going to lie, I do kind of believe that we could still be so back, depending on what Trix rips here. That's an unprotected Omni, and we hit another scramble. I'm assuming there were no rookies for him to scramble back. So we're going to put the Ganku X, then we get to muster to disciple, but it looks like we're going to miss out on the Gankoomon. So in the, you know, essence of time, we'll scoop and go into the third and final game.
Matrix Digivolution.
Up. Don't skip this one. This one's important. The Misplay for Game tournament is going to happen on October 11th of this year, and tickets just went live. So if you take a look at the pinned comment, as well as the description and announcements in the Discord, the Shopify link to get your ticket is going to be live. We did have a couple of people that no-showed, and since, you know, things were quite scuffed last year, we did lose on that money from people not showing up. So this time we've managed to do ticketing a little bit earlier, still a little bit scuffed, but you know, it's our first time doing ticketing. The way it's going to work is you are going to be able to buy your ticket, and then from there, if you just send us your order confirmation, we'll get you the link to be able to get into the Limitless, because it is password locks just like last year. So that's how we're going to be doing the ticketing for this. If you can't attend and still want to support the tournament, there's also options in the Spotify there. Instead of buying an entry ticket, you can just support the tournament. And there's also a version that lets you get some of the entry sleeves that we're going to be handing out there. Members are going to get a discount for that, so keep an eye on your Discord DMs, and they'll be sending a little ping through that for our members. Everyone that is rookie and above is going to be able to get a discount that scales with the level that you're on. And hopefully we get to see you there. Members also in person will also get some bonus sleeves that do look very, very funny. Maybe I'll have like a picture of them like here, because yeah, Jade cooked on those. Speaking of like UK artists, we're going to be having UK artists providing custom playmats once again, and the allocation right now is going to be sitting at half a case. If we do max out on the number of seats that were allocated, then we might be able to actually buy some more product. But right now we're going to commit to a half case, just because we lost a lot of money last year, and we'd like to keep doing these every year. So we'd like to lose a lot less money this year. So spread this around. Try and support the tournament. We'd love to be able to run these annually. It's going to be EX10. I don't think I even said that. Yeah, EX10, so villain themed. We got a bunch of really cool things that are going to be happening there. So everyone that does come, not just the product, but you'll also be able to get some goodies that are going to be unique. So you can just remember that you came and supported the Misplay for Game tournament. It's going to be streamed, and we're going to do everything that we can. This time there's food at the venue, so you don't have to go up the road. We took on a lot of feedback from last year, and hopefully you'll see that a lot of it has been implemented. So for those of you who've already forgotten, it's buy the tickets on Shopify, and then from there, send an order of confirmation to one of the hosts. We'll get you the link to the Limitless so that we can get signed up for that. Members do all get a discount. You'll be getting those discount codes through Discord. So if you're a member, join the Discord, and join the Discord anyway, so that way you can get all the updates on the Misplay for Game tournament, answer any questions that you may have. But keep an eye out. We'll be spamming this ad in a lot of videos, because we'd love to see you there. We'd love to cap, and we'd love to do these every year. Bye. And with the third and final game up for grabs, that means we get to say thank you to all of our rookies, who are going to also get a discount at the Misplay for Game tournament. We do have Greatness Being, Balfi, Turtle Sovereign, Samuel Larson, Marcio Laot, Nick Bunn, and Kyle Mitchell. So thank you very much for all of your support, and all of the Digi Eggs as well. It goes a long, long way, and we do appreciate all of you showing up. And if you do, enjoy content like this, coming to as close to daily as possible, becoming a member really does help us do that. And you get these ad-free. I'm going to cap the one cost Evo in the back after being passed to, and our good friend Yamato Ishida is going to cause problems for the rest of the game. Nice early memory setter. And we're going to find 2 5s off of the trainings, and we're going to go for the one choke, but you know, memory setter immediately getting value, and we are going to pick up the Gankoomon, because those are the whole deck, a prime commodity. Get the free draw before we die, and we're looking good. Gobbly into Savior Huck, and then pass on a boost, which bottom decks 3 cards, which gets us 3 cards closer to whatever I'm sure he was looking for. Growl into Growl X, draw 1. Say it with me, trash 1. Well, draw 1, trash itself. I'm sure it won't be able to do that for much longer. In fact, by the time you're seeing this, maybe we already know that that is not going to be happening. Cool Boy is going to be able to find the X antibody and an X antibody Digimon. So nice, cheeky little double hit. 2-cost criminal. Back at it again. And I feel like Proto Form on an empty board feels kind of cringe. Gonna swing in and we're gonna get the float. Are we going to float into a Gillmon? Are we going to decline to float into a Gillmon off of our Growlmon X? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Bot deck 3 pieces. As God intended. Alright. And just double checking to see if he wanted to do anything before open passing. But yeah, no, we're just going to open pass. I mean, the fact that we didn't find any new pieces means that we didn't really gain anything outside of a body on board that will probably not see the pearly gates. Speaking of, goodbye. Suspend both of them to make medieval Gallantmon cheaper. Really funny. Unfortunate, really. Some might say you hate to see it. Those people are not in the room currently with me. I do hate seeing Growlmon X draw one, trash one. Well, draw in the back. I feel like you could have just not extended and gone for the Cool Boy or something, personally, just to set up so your Growl X prints 2 memory next turn. But I guess wanting to prioritize making Gallantmon, which is fair, but you are just kind of accepting that if he makes Ganku here, that you threw away your advantage. And if I'm TCG, I think I look at double training plus War Growl in the back and I go, yep. Shout out the dad that stepped up, and he is going to step up and protect the entire board. Blocker, reboot, unaffected by Digimon effects. Please do not interact with me. Do not look at me. Do not perceive me. It's not looking good. Not looking good. Would not want to be in this position. But then again, it looked so unfathomably cooked last game, and we still ended up in a game 3. So who's to say? Gallantmon really is that guy. Zero, or I forget if Gallantmon's nonsense starts at 0 or if it starts at 1. If it starts at 0, we're fine. If it starts at 1, we're owned. We are swinging, so I'm assuming it starts at 0. Swinging in for 2 checks again. Oh my gosh, we are massive. Shout out to Trix also doing maths for his opponent as well, just to make sure that we're huge. Just like mega huge. Oh, I guess he put the medieval over on the other side because the medieval's not protected. And finally, Just Yex comes off the top rope. Which actually doesn't matter here. He's mostly just doing it because this is gonna burn 2 checks next. This is gonna do so much damage. He's actually put lethal on board. Although turning into Omni X would be kind of annoying. The problem with the Omni X is we can just eat that because we have the protected bodies. We can just eat the blocks. If you try to raid Pierce over it, you can't clear them. So now, and the fact that we're Omni X means we can't turn into Crimson Mode Ace, which means we're just going to swing for the low damage count of 4 checks? No, just 2 checks. Just 2 checks. My bad. We're just going to swing for all of those, then Alliance the body, and then we're going to swing the last. So we are going to get the full 3 games out of it, but it is going to be Gankoomon that stands tall amongst the Royal Knights here as he goes 3-0. And yeah, good showing from Gallantmon. A lot of fun with that one. Like I said before, if you are looking for some UK Digimon, I know that Bristol did just get announced, but you want to play some more Digimon in October, get set up for the new format. We'd love to see you on October 11th at Fanboy 3. Tickets are available in the description and in the pinned comment. If you like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe whilst you're down there. Consider hitting the join button to become a member. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.